How's it going, everybody? Hope everybody had a wonderful, great, fantastic, beautiful weekend. I know I did. So today is Monday, May 22nd, 2023, approximately 1:59 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have a very boring, consolidating, accumulating market. Just so y'all be aware ahead of time. We are anticipating for there to be a lot of high impact news throughout the week for our Forex economic calendar, something that we always refer to while trading these markets. Last week was quite interesting. We were able to capture some trades on Friday, which grew our account balance to $102,072.24. So that's where we stand with our current account that we have been working on. Welcome to this channel. If you're new to this channel, please understand that we are not financial advisors. If you are seeking financial advice, please seek advice from a professional that knows what they're talking about. We are beginner traders here at Elemental Node, and we are just documenting our journey on a Topstep Combine. So please use this as entertainment purposes only. And with that being said, let's jump right into the charts. So here we are looking at the E-mini S&P, as we always do. Let's go ahead and enlarge. Go into the 15-minute chart. Alright, so a lot of this analysis was remnants from last week. So we'll go ahead and eliminate some of this. We'll go ahead and move this high to this point right here. So just notice between these two lines, these vertical lines, from Friday, May 19th till Monday, June 22nd, marks the high and the low previous day, right? We kind of keep Sunday out of the way just because there's not too much trading action within that day. So yes, we have a previous high, a previous low near the daily volume imbalance, and then we have a 15-minute imbalance located right beneath that daily imbalance that has remained open. We did form a new week opening gap. I'll go ahead and transfer that from my other charts onto this chart. So there you go. There's our new week opening gap that was formed on the 21st of May. Which the high comes in at 4198.25 and the low comes in at 4189. So as you see that we've referenced that level many times, and then we have the new week opening gap that was formed on the April 30th that we previously talked on our previous sessions. So quite interesting that the new week gaps have held price up as support as of right now. I think I would like to see it go through it rather than being held by support, but you never know. I'm not too much of an expert on higher time frame analysis for long term. I'm more of a short term trader, is why we focus more on the day rather than the weekly and monthly charts, right? So another one to note is a new day opening gap that was formed on the 18th of May, which really didn't have a high or low. It was mostly coming in at the same price, which is the high and low of 4215.50, and that was formed on the 18th of May. You can see that the bodies of the candles on the 15-minute chart have respected that high low of that new day opening gap, which is really not a gap, it's just a reference in time since it opened and closed on the same time or same price. So with that being said, I'm not I don't know. I'm not expecting too much of a price movement today. It may be that we get it a little bit later in the session, later in the PM session, but if it does start to give us some kind of entry point, then we'll go ahead and assess it at that time. But right now, I guess we're just going to kind of sit tight and see what we have or what the market has to offer, and we'll go about that. But I assume that until that price action occurs, we're going to have a more of an observing type of session today. So we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at tomorrow, so that way we can hopefully there's a lot more price action tomorrow. I'm not trying to participate in the AM session tomorrow as I did today. I don't like to trade on Monday mornings, just because it's a little bit lethargic, and I'm just kind of getting out of the whole weekend mood, and trying to getting back to my charts, sitting down on my computer, getting into the groove of things and whatnot. So on Monday mornings I try not to trade unless there's something very amazing that presents itself, but other than that I'm just kind of sitting on my hands. And that goes for Friday PM sessions as well. If I am participating in any kind of price action, as I did last Friday, I will tend to cut off my trades at noon, just because I don't like the meandering of the price action. I mean, there could be some times that we get in there and kind of find an opportunity, but I don't like to sit in front of the charts late Friday afternoon, just because the weekend's coming to an end. I just kind of want to go into the weekend with a clear mind, and especially if I'm on a winning streak, I don't want to ruin any kind of momentum that I have going into the weekend. So yeah, but considering the week ahead has a lot of news momentum, I'm just going to take price reading or tape reading very lightly this week, just because of the amount of news. But we'll see what happens. And we have Memorial Day weekend approaching next week, I want to say, so that should be quite interesting for price action as well, as long as the first week of the month approaching as well. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Summer's coming along. Maybe we have a conundrum of the summer conundrum, but let's just see what price has to offer today. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the music a little bit louder today, just because I don't want to sit through silence. I just want to sit here and observe. Alright guys, you're gonna notice that we were, we're marking up the ranges just to see whether or not we fall within a premium or a discount. Currently we are at a premium both within the larger range and the smaller range that was created this afternoon or this morning. But as of right now it's still within a ugly price range. There's nothing here that is high probability in our opinion. So let's just sit tight and see if price wants to gravitate towards that new day opening gap formed on May 18th. But other than that, we're sitting tight, sitting on our hands. So back to the music. So I want to monitor the potential breaker that we have highlighted. I'm not putting too much weight on whether or not price will react to it as of right now, but if we do get a reaction, then that'll be a good sign. Also, I would like for the new day opening gap to act as resistance again, but it still doesn't change anything. We're still within the range, and you know, we can go into a lot of chop here, a lot of sideways till the end of the day, into like tomorrow high impact news. So not putting too much weight into it, just observing what the price is doing. Really sloppy. Alright guys, approximately 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time, about 3/4 of our way through our session. As you can see, there's still very slow price action. There's really nothing to be offered at the moment. Unless something interesting happens around the 3:15 mark. Again, I'm not expecting too much. We are not expecting too much price action for today. And if there is to be price action later on in this afternoon, we're just not interested. There's still a lot that price has to go through in order for us to see any kind of opportunity. There's many obstacles, a lot of range on the smaller and lower and higher time frames. And as you see now, we're kind of going within a more, I guess, deeper into a premium of the smaller range on the 5-minute chart. If we zoom out on the 15-minute chart, we're going to notice that we are within the premium or above equilibrium of the larger range. But in order for it to go and attack sell side, there's a lot of price that it needs to go through in order to get there. Does it want to go back to the new week opening gap? Possibly. Does it want to meander or go sideways after hitting the new day opening gap on the 18th? Possibly as well. We do have some buy side liquidity, but I wouldn't expect that to be taken out. Might be wrong, but since we did take it out on this one leg up, I wouldn't have expected it to continue up. Now it may be repricing just to eventually long term take out sell side liquidity. Maybe that's offered with some high impact news. Or if price gets ahead of tomorrow's price action, which would be like in the Asian session or whatnot. But very slow day, and this is just a good example of not needing to trade every day. You will get chopped up in these kind of areas of price action, so be very careful. Even if you take a position, just be very careful, just because it can immediately go against you. But it's not worth the headache of sitting through very slow price action. There's better things that you can do throughout your day to prevent headaches and frustration of price just slowly getting to your target. So I think that's going to conclude today's session, just because it's getting close to the 3:00 p.m. Eastern Time session. So it's just going to be, again, we're not interested. So, all right. Well, with that being said, we'll go ahead and conclude our session and see you guys tomorrow.